Well, first and foremost, really proud of my team. It's any win in this league is a really good win, but especially when you can get a road win. I thought coming in, Louisville had been battling. If you look at the last four games, they've been in them. I thought they maybe should have won the Syracuse game or had a chance to win that one. They led at Clemson for a good part of the first half. It was a two-possession game late. Wait jumped them early, but they cut it to 3 in the second half. And, another game where it's a two-possession game late, and then they led for a good part of the first half against North Carolina. So I thought it was a team that's been fighting and battling. So, we were where I was really nervous for it because of their size and their ability to rebound the basketball. And obviously Ellis is scary because he can score in bunches and has a total green light. I thought we got off to a really good start. From the under 16 timeout to the under 12 timeout, I don't think we played well. But, man, I'm really proud of my guys on the bench. Like, they came in and gave us a huge, huge lift. Mikey Sabande with the scoring, and then Guillermo and Nate Santos with their energy. And that really I thought those three guys turned the game around for us. And we were able to battle throughout. And so really proud of us. I thought we defended well. I thought we really shared the basketball. We were able to score, made 14 threes. Had some other ones that could have been a little bit bigger if we were able to knock in a few more shots. But really proud of my team, and look forward to the next one. Questions?
Jeff, you guys now equaled your highest ACC win total, I think, for the program since 2016 already. Where is the breakthrough coming? Where have you seen this team make progress?
Yeah, well, I think the biggest thing is that these guys play for each other. Like, they really care about each other. The last game we played at Georgia Tech, Greg Elliott struggled, and Nike Sabande was really, really good. And I pulled Nike aside, tonight at the end of the game. I pulled him up to me, and I told him, Greg played as well as he did tonight because of you, because of the energy that you gave him and how positive and what a great teammate you were. All I've talked about with my team this year is just be a really good teammate. Be a really good teammate and play hard. And this group has done that. They're genuinely happy for each other. And I think you see it. Anyone that's seen us in the past and they watch this team this year, it's a big difference. Obviously, I think we have more quality depth. We're obviously older. The transfer portal was good for us. But to me, the biggest thing is that it's a group of guys, young men, that really and truly care about each other. And for me, it's fun to be around.
Jeff, just looking at that jolt that you got from your bench there in the first half, I mean, what's it like to see Nate and Guillermo take these steps in ACC play and really come in and be solid contributors?
Yeah, it's huge, man. It's huge. They've played well. Even before tonight, like, they've played well. And they're good players. It was really good to see Nate hit a 3. He doesn't miss in practice, but for whatever reason in the games, he's struggled. But more than anything, I thought both of them played with force. They talked. They played with energy. They defended. Guillermo has 8 rebounds, 4 of them offensive, 4 of them defensive. We need all the defensive rebounds that we can get because that's an area where we've struggled. I thought we did a better job in the second half. They had 7 offensive rebounds in the first half, only 4 in the second half. But I just thought those two guys, and then obviously Nike with his scoring in the first half, really gave us a huge, huge lift and opened the game up for us.
You seem to talk to Kenny a little bit after the game, and I know you know Nolan. They're going through a difficult season. What's your message been to them?
Well, I talked to Nolan, a lot, and Kenny's a friend, and just stay positive, fight, try to create the culture that you're trying to create. Look, when you take over these jobs, man, it's hard. Any job, but especially jobs in this league, they're hard. And especially if you take over something that was broken. And I don't know everything about here. I don't. But I know that Kenny's a good coach. I know he has a good coaching staff. and I know that it's hard. It's hard when you take over a new job, and especially when you take over one that was broken. And those young men on that team in this program went through a lot last year, a lot. And that can be very difficult. I mean, it can be really difficult on their psyche, on their confidence, and things like that. And then you have a new group of men that come in, a new coaching staff, that you don't know. And so you're trying to build relationships, create relationships, cultivate relationships, and trying to change habits. And that can be really hard. It takes time. That's why I thought I was impressed over the last 4 games, because it didn't seem like they've quit. It didn't seem like it's a group of guys that quit. When we played Louisville the second time last year at our place, I thought at that time it was a group that had quit. And maybe it happened in that game in the second half, but I haven't seen that this year with all the challenges they've gone through.
Jeff, Jamarius has 11 assists tonight, double-double effort. A couple weeks ago we talked about his comfortability growing and driving and penetrating and then creating opportunities for others. How have you seen that evolve, and obviously that coming into fruition tonight?
Yeah, well, I just think he's a really good player. He's having a heck of a year. He's a mature guard, a mature player. He didn't force things. He understood how they were playing him. He was able to drive and get to spots. Anytime we put him in the post, which has been something that's good for us, they doubled. He knew that. He saw that. He was able to make the reads. He invited the double. And, again, in scouting, we knew that the weak side would be open, and he was able to, with his size and his strength, to make those passes and to make those plays.
Jeff, you guys scored 25 points off of turnovers today. Can you just talk about your team's ability to really capitalize on Louisville's mistakes?
Yeah, well, we knew coming in that was an area of weakness for them. They had been turning the basketball over. It was almost right at 17 a game. I think it was 16.9 if we want to be exact in conference play. And so we knew that was an area where we could maybe capitalize on. And I thought our guys did a good job of doing that, forcing some turnovers and then getting out in transition. The other thing we thought, I knew coming into this game that they were really going to crash the glass. I think, again, just looking at it, I thought they would feel like that would be an advantage because of their size, their athleticism. We felt like if we could rebound, we could really get out in transition because they were selling out. And a lot of times the guy that penetrates for them is Ellis. And so a lot of times they would have all 5 guys below the free throw line. So if we got it, we could get out in transition and get some easy stuff before their defense was set. And I thought we did a decent job of doing that as well.
Jeff, after what happened last week against Duke, you're able to rebound for 2 road wins against ACC opponents. And you've talked about the value of winning on the road in this league. What does that say about the response from your team after what happened against Duke to be able to do this in double-digit fashion?
Well, I'm really proud of my team. I think I said this after Georgia Tech for how we responded. In the past, if we had lost, we had lost 2 in a row, maybe that would spiral to 4 in a row, 6 in a row. Like that's what's happened in the past. And I thought the Georgia Tech win was huge for that, for us to go down there and fight and, be mature. And, we didn't rebound as well down there. Again, we have to get better. They had 11. Tonight we were better in the second half with it. That's an area that we're going to continue to have to fight. We're going to continue to have to do it, as a committee. I tell my guys all the time, like I wish we had a guy that I could pencil in for 10 plus rebounds. Like I've coached a guy like that. I've coached a guy that led the country in rebound, and I had a kid a couple of years ago that led the ACC in rebounding. That's not who we are. I would love for someone to just appear and do that. We have to do it together. And so you saw Nelly getting in there and rebound. Nike's been a good rebounder. He has over 600 rebounds in his career. That's why Guillermo getting in there and doing that was so big for us.
Coach, just a quick question. You mentioned that the transfer portal has treated you guys well this year. Just talk about how that's kind of, I guess, changed the game a little bit and has allowed programs to make a big jump from one year to the next.
Well, to me, what it's done is that it's just giving you another area to recruit. It's simple as that. Like, we're going to continue to recruit high school kids, JUCO kids. Federico's a junior college kid, international, and obviously the transfer portal. It just gives you another area where you can recruit. And I thought, we did it last year we didn't do as good a job, and it's no disrespect to anyone, but we didn't get to get kids on campus. All of our stuff was done via Zoom. We are not a program that we can do things via Zoom. We got to get kids on campus. We got to get our eyes on them. I challenged our staff after last season. I said it was March. From March to July, we got to have some wins. We didn't have many wins last year, but we got to have a lot from March to July, and I think we did. Thanks. Take care.